Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is January 27th, 2026. But again, all videos are timeless and there's no coincidence. 11 seconds on the timer. That I showed up in your awareness, whether you got curious and clicked play, or your team, your higher self, and source placed me in front of you. So there is a message today. I don't know what the message is going to be. Probably short and sweet. I'm feeling a little lethargic today. And again, just going back to the constant reminder from source to rest while you can. Even when the ego mind keeps trying to tell you to push through and go through and to feel guilty about resting. So I didn't have a great sleep last night. I woke up a couple different times. Our power went off. Woke up, it was 24 minutes after 12, and so the fans go off and I have a touch lamp that turns on full blast. So I had a hard time going back to sleep, and then I had a really bizarre dream. Not sure what I was working through, either past life stuff, soul stuff, but definitely disturbingly odd. So just don't be too freaked out about those dreams. 111 on the timer, because your soul's working through stuff. It's shedding, it's clearing, it's cleansing, it's working through karmic cycles. So the dreams might be really bizarre. Also be mindful of your dreams, maybe write them down as well. And hopefully you're not being energetically attacked while you sleep or in the spirit realm. So that's just a forewarning, you know, that some of us have been energetically attacked our entire lives in our sleep, and during those sleeping processes we're doing work in the higher realms. Okay, so just breathe. Yesterday's message was pretty fun, so if you haven't checked that out, please check that out. That was definitely a full channeled message. So we're just going to see what we have in the journal that feels like needs to be shared today. Let's see here. Integration. All right. Yep. Okay, so that's a good thing to start with. Let's see here. Let me see here. So again, we've been receiving all of these codes, a lot of different cosmic convergences going on. The month of January has been quite interesting for sure, at least for me. So I don't know about for you all. And I got a thank you, Spirit, high pitched ring in my left ear. In where it's definitely highs and lows, ebbs and flows, those waves, you know, crashing up and down. You have a little more energy, and then you crash down, and you're in that lower energy where you're meant to rest more and do the integration, allow for the process to take place, which again is hard for, excuse me, the ego mind to try and understand, but they're not. It's just you honoring what your soul's asking for, that deep rest. Your soul's asking for deep rest. Okay. All right. Remember that your personal transformation right now and what you've been going through. All right. It feeds into the masses, into the grand awakening. So you are a node in the grid, and the more you heal, the more you clear and expand and integrate and go through all of the things, your light gets brighter and brighter on this node. And right, we're each a node in this grid. All right, so some of us are here to anchor the light for others. So you, by doing the shadow work and doing the healing and the resting and the integrating and the grounding and all of that, you're also, your personal transformation is also assisting others, whether they realize or not, and maybe whether you realize or not, for this grand awakening that we're all in right now. Okay, so we've got a little bit of this final shadow work that we're clearing up before the manifestations start rolling in again, that you can't start bringing in new manifestations into junk. So basically, I've been using this analogy. You want to fill your cup up, but you have to empty the dirty water out first before you can clear it up. 4022 on the timer, before you can fill it up with clean, clear, pristine water. So you want these manifestations to be clean, clear, pristine. Okay. So let's see here. So remember, the integration is important as activation. So I forget this myself, that the integration is just as important as the activations or the downloads that we're receiving. All right, and the integration is can be a little more challenging, at least for me, or again, I feel more fatigued. The sleep isn't as sound. There's different things that taking place, whether that's itchy skin or different purging symptoms, because you are doing this final purging. So again, when we have massive solar flares, and I never attributed it till in the past year, that when we have massive solar flashes or solar flares, I get like these little itchy red bumps or hives all over. And it's always interesting. I didn't know what that was. I knew it was something. But again, it's just that final purging and shedding. Depending on where you're at in the purge and the shedding is going to depend on how your body is cleansing. Whether you get a really, really uncomfortable in a quote unquote sickness or illness, or you have like sinus detox, mucus, throat detox, lung detox, heart detox, coughing, step up, coughing and clearing the throat chakra, as you're probably, unfortunately, I'm sorry to be going through is on. And it's just like, it's like Judy, you know, it's like these waves. Nothing's linear. Nothing is a straight line. Everything is here or here. Okay. Really high pitching in the left ear today. So thank you, Spirit. All right. So again, to do this, we can shift our energy. We can shift our energy by wearing something fun and different and colorful. We can eat something fun and different and nourishing. We can play fun, loud music, you know, different things like that. Shifting your energy in your space, just moving things around, going to different places. Sometimes that'll help with the integration. Excuse me, that sluggish feeling. But again, sometimes you just need to rest and just need to rest, okay? So just again, remember the integration is just as important as the activation. We are in these final purging stages, okay? Deep tissue integration. Our DNA is definitely upgrading, activated online, but we're going through this deep integration of cosmic codes, okay? You're asked to hold more light. So to be able to hold more light, you have to create space. Again, as the purging and expansion. All right, so this physical body, because what we're doing as humans is we are actually ascending in the physical form, which is never happened before. Usually when you ascend, it's when you transition out of the physical avatar, out of a physical avatar. All right, so but now we're doing it while we're still embodied. So we're bringing heaven and earth, heaven and earth, heaven and earth. We're embodying and grounding with the bridge. The heart is the bridge, the lower self, the higher self, grounding and bridging at the heart. All right, so again, as above, so below, as below, so above. And I'm talking about the cosmos. As within, so without, as without, so within. Right, whatever's happening up in the cosmos is happening to us humans right now. Okay, 744 on the timer. So just continue to remember that the integration is just as important as the activations and the downloads. So deep tissue integration of the cosmic codes are taking place right now. You're asked to hold more light. Your vibrations need to adjust so they can meet this, to be able to stabilize this, I guess, without frying your nervous system, without frying the main board, which is just the operating board, without frying the operating board, the main board. Yeah. So you're also being tuned into the new Schumann resonance baseline, because that is adjusting, because the Gaia is also going through this awakening process. We are doing this together with Gaia. All right, to be able to hold that crystalline code, that crystalline energy and frequency, okay? So you're in, your system is being finely tuned and calibrated right now. So just remember that, okay? Especially when I'm feeling like this, if you're feeling like this, like yesterday I had a lot more energy. Today I'm just yin yoga, meditate, breathe, slow, lay on the floor, just little movement. Definitely more movement than I've had in other integration type phases and days. But again, the more still you become, there's more ease and grace with it and less restriction and pushback. So it's easier for you to upgrade a lot faster. So that's why you can move through it a little more quickly. All right. And just remember, you are not built for what's collapsing. You are calibrating to what is arriving. Okay. So remember, you are not built for what's collapsing. You are calibrating for what is arriving. Okay. All right. So I'm going to read this. Carrie K posted this. So feeling things loudly does not make you volatile, unstable, or a need to shrink yourself down. It means you have a strong emotional current and nervous system that is alive, responsive, and capable of depth. Many people are taught to confuse emotional expression with emotional immaturity. They are not the same thing. Excuse me. Loud feeling is often the beginning of discernment. When feelings become loud, that's that's often the beginning of strong discernment, not absence of it. Okay. Over time, as awareness grows, despair, that doesn't despair, it refines it. Okay, I apologize for my writing, I can't read it. So reactivity gives away presence. Okay, so it's going to go into that reactivity. So it's again non-reactive, non-response. That gives away your presence, it gives away your power, it gives away your frequency and energy. So please stop doing that. Go to yesterday's video, unplug. 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. To choose you, to plug back into you, which unplugging from all of the bullshit and nonsense, and that's people, places, things, news, media, all of it, 30, 60, 90 days. It was a challenge presented, okay, by source, by your higher selves. For 30 days, can you unplug and turn that plug back into you and start paying your attention to other things that are going to nourish you and feed your soul instead of siphon you and drain you, okay? Remember, intensity becomes precision. Once spilled outward, it learns how to move inward and transform. So once that precision is spilled outward, it learns how to move inward, and you're able to transform that, okay? This is not about becoming quieter to make others comfortable. It's about becoming more rooted in yourself, in your power, so your power is no longer wasted on and in with this reaction. And that reaction could be you just giving your energy and getting all toiled and turned up by watching the grand stage, the bullshit on the grand stage. Okay? And please also remember that the opinions of you that other people have of you, the opinions that others have of you, are none of your business. It's not your concern and it's not your worry. You've got to let that go. Family, friends, coworkers, if you've changed things because you're listening to the call of your higher self, to source, to the universe, and you're getting all worried, quit worrying about that. That's none of your business. Stop. Be your real, raw, authentic, messy self in any way, shape you are wanting to be. Play as your inner child, act as your inner child would be, explore the world like that. And if it makes other people uncomfortable, that's on them, not on you. So quit worrying about that. Quit concerning yourself with that. Quit making that any of your business, because that's what their journey is. You just do you, boo. Okay? You just do you, boo, boo. And remember, I am healing, I am whole, and I am complete, always. Healing, whole, and complete. That's what we are. Healing, whole, and complete. Oh, I wanted to talk about the Ho'oponopono. I did post some stuff on my Facebook, maybe on my YouTube. Maybe go look at my posts for pictures. So this has been one of the greatest tools I have used in meditation, just in stillness throughout my healing journey, especially this last year when I was first presented with the Ho'oponopono during a cacao ceremony in February of last year, which basically cracked open the inner child that needed to have some healing taken care of, focused. All right, I'm sorry, I forgive you, I forgive me, thank you, and I love you. And like I said, you can do this in a non-physical sense. You can visualize the person, the place, the thing, the timeline, the dimensions, the space, the portals, whatever you want to visualize, okay? And or aspects of yourself, you know, from this timelines or past timelines, because we've had many, all right? And you can set the visual, but if you're sitting with somebody, hands facing each other, sitting across from each other, and you stare into each other's soul, into the eyes without looking away. And you repeat 3 to, 6, 9 times. Receive and give, receive and give. And most of the time you are going to have some type of cleansing and clearing, okay? So I've used this many times through this journey, and I will even, out of the physical, I will telepathically go back to parts of my life or circumstances, whether it's a parental figure, a childhood situation, or whatever it is, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I forgive you, thank you, I love you. Or, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. So that can go many ways. So I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. Thank you for the lesson, thank you for all of it. And or, I'm sorry, I forgive you, thank you, I love you. You know, so you can also do this as an act of forgiveness for the other person. Because remember, you're forgiving, you're choosing to forgive, you're making that choice to forgive, so everything can be cleansed and cleared and let go. We don't want to hold on to anything from the past, for sure. And that is a great tool. So please look into that if you feel like that's something that might help. If you're struggling with letting go of certain situations, thought beliefs, programmings, and patterns. Remember, hurt people hurt people. So for me, I grew up in a severely abusive household, very much so. And there's been a lot of healing that took place there, okay? And having that non-judgment at a certain point and taking responsibility and doing the forgiving and doing the healing, it has really brought me to where I am now. And if a lot of people that were to hear the full story, it's cringeworthy. It really is cringeworthy, and you wish it upon nobody. But again, that was what my soul contracted, to kind of just clear all the bullshit up this round. Literally, like, you want to say hard knock life, you want to go advanced AP, advanced chemistry, those type of, you contracted to get it all done, to experience it all, to kind of wrap it up, to clean it all up, whether it's your karmic, their karmic, generational traumas, curses, whatever it is. That's, some of us are here for that. Not all of us, and some of you here might not resonate with that, and that's fine. But there are some of us here who literally signed up to not just have a hard moment in our life to help with the lessons, and then everything else is kind of just easy breezy. Some of us literally signed up to experience all of the attacks, all of the spell work, all of the pain, all of the trauma, all of the stuff. All right, but that's the reason. It's like boot camp, right? We train in the dark. We had to go through the fire and heal and clear before we're able to step fully into our next purpose. But our purpose right now for the collective is to have done the healing. Because when you heal yourself, like I said earlier, when you heal yourself and you clear and you make space so you're able to hold more light and more frequency, that is your big work right now for the collective, whether you realize it now, because that node, that energy, that frequency ripples out into the collective, and that's huge work right now. All right, it's just so important for those next souls that are going to start coming online and waking up. All right, that we've already got a good foundation started for them. Okay, so they feel safer to be able to open up, to express, to do the work and go through the fire, knowing that they're going to be cleansed and clear, but not be burned, right? So again, I hope this reaches those that it's meant to reach, as I always intended, for the highest and best. And through divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine power, and divine wisdom. Always, always, always. And like I said, if you haven't checked out yesterday's video, please do, because that was a full-blown channeled message that came through unexpectedly, as it does when higher consciousness, my higher self, channels more fully through me versus just like a conversation. So you might be also, if you're really sensitive, starting to feel that super full moon coming up February 1st. I didn't see what sign it was in, but it's a cold moon. So I've already started to feel that energetically. So this would be a good time to do a purge, a cleanse, a parasite cleanse, energetic parasite cleanse. And you can look into, getting with a Reiki practitioner or shamanic healer for that. But also a physical parasitic cleanse. And I would start that 3 days before, 3 days after. Get all the herbs, wormwood, clove bud. There's a combination of herbs you can look into. And start consuming more pineapple, maybe pumpkin seeds. You can look into the herbs and the plants that will help you with a parasite cleanse. Again, be mindful of it, and be gentle with yourself, and maybe even look into safely approaching any heavy metals as well. So you're going to start being guided to do more of these purges and cleanses safely and soundly if you're listening to your physical vessel. You're also going to be guided and intuitively getting guided to quit eating certain things, to transition into your foods, quit drinking alcohol, quit doing the toxic, poisonous stuff, and the consumption of the things that are not optimal for this physical avatar moving forward. Confirmation bird. Okay. So I'm just going to pull a few cards here for the collective. Please and thank you. What just finish off. This is my Moonology deck, so I like to pull this, 2022 on the timer around the moon cycles. So I'm just going to kind of grab from the middle. Release your old blocks. Okay, release your old blocks. That's first quarter moon in Scorpio. So again, those blocks, blocks can mean a lot of things. People, places, things, thought beliefs, patterns, concerns, addictive habits, addictions. And addictions can mean many things, okay? So if you're struggling with getting, so this is full moon in Aries, which is a very fiery sign, Aries, as the rams could be significant because there's not many animals on this deck. So ram is going to be a confirmation for you. If you're struggling earlier, like we talked about getting emotionally wrapped up in the stuff, again, unplug. Unplug from everything that's not serving your highest self. So ask your higher self. Say, I am my higher self, first of all, but higher self. What do we need to unplug from? And you'll get pretty clear answers, whether it's in meditative states, signs, synchronicities, key codes, videos, and different things like this. And just basically you need to unplug and not interact or react with that. It's a gentle walk away. When I was around this energy a little more, I'm like, I'm just not giving my energy to that. So please don't talk about that stuff around me. I have no interest in this. It's not something I want to involve my time or energy in. And you can say that. And if that rubs them the wrong way, again, don't worry about that. That's on them. That's not your concern. That's you standing in your authentic truth and your authentic power. And that's what's important. That's the highest vibration. Okay? So you might need to practice cooling your emotions. And that's just simply by breathing before reacting. So pause and breathe. You may need to remove yourself from that situation. Express whatever you need to express and move that emotion. Move the anger. It's okay to feel the anger. But what I'm saying is not allow it to twist up and caught up into the cyclone of spiraling and pulling down and pulling your frequency and energy down. Okay? So as always, trust the universe. Know that the universe knows what's best for you. Your highest self knows. This is first quarter moon in Aquarius. This is a very watery sign. All right? So trust the universe and know then trust. So speak your world into being. Speak your truth. Gemini's twin. Okay? Speak your world into being. We are manifestors. So that's why you have to be very mindful of what you're saying, what you're speaking, what you're thinking, because you're manifesting at a much faster rate. The higher your vibration is, the faster you're going to manifest. There's less density, like you're less dense, right? And so we have to be mindful in not getting caught up in the gossip. It's just really bad. The bullshit, the speaking of this other stuff. I mean, be very, very mindful, okay? And continue to think each thing you think it through. Think it through. But not think it through and getting it caught up in the ego mind, right? Think it through. Okay, let's see here. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Forgive. I think I mentioned that. Ho'oponopono. Check it out. Full moon in Pisces. We got that full moon coming up. Again, I don't know what it's in. I forget to check sometimes. Talk less, feel more. So be silent. And if other people are concerned about what's going on with you, again, that's not your worry. That's not your concern. You focus on you, boo-boo. Okay? And attune to the divine. Meditate. Check in. Talk to your higher self. Talk to your team. Whatever words you like to use. The universe, source, God, prime creator. I use all of it. It just depends on where I'm at and what mood I feel like talking to Archangel Michael or Archangel Gabriel or my guardian angels or my galactic guides or my galactic ancestors or my ancestors, period, or my main spirit guides or my highest self or source, creator, mother, father, God. I use it all. So thank you. If you made it this far, there's definitely a little wisdom in here for you today. And again, always for your highest and best. Thank you for joining me, clicking like, subscribe, share if you feel guided to. And again, I'm just here to share my real raw frequency and energy as part of this community with you beautiful souls. And this is video 76 of FreQSpeak. So I'll have 111 days. So this is video 76. Who'd have thought? Plus I'm creating other content using cars and light language as well. So it's been a beautiful journey. So thank you for participating and co-creating this journey with me, and I will see you on the next one. Love you. Bye.